Every movement has its champions. Every community has its builders. For supplier diversity, one of those pioneering champions is attorney Rodney K. Strong, a man whose vision has changed the way business and lives are built.
I grew up during the Civil Rights Movement, and Dr. King inspired me. He said, what good does it do a man to have integrated lunch counters if he can't buy a hamburger? And so I recognized that economic justice was the next phase of the Civil Rights Movement.
And for somebody from Memphis, he fell in love with Atlanta. And he loves his hometown, but he loves Atlanta. And he loves the opportunity that Atlanta has given many people, including himself and his family.
I met Rodney in 1974. I was a freshman at Morehouse, and he was 2 years older than me. So we're a couple of old heads. We're the last of the Mohicans. But what I remember about Rodney, even at Morehouse, he was very heavily involved in activist type things. He was involved in Maynard Jackson's campaign when he was at school, Andy Young, and he was a student government at Morehouse. So he was always an activist and involved for people to have opportunity.
From his early work as Director of Contract Compliance for the City of Atlanta to consulting on national landmark projects, Rodney has been at the center of change, ensuring fairness, building opportunity, and expanding the table of inclusion.
He never would not make time for the smallest of us entrepreneurs. And he would always pour into each entrepreneur the promise and potential that they could manifest.
Yeah, it is spreading it around because, he was on the inside as part of municipal government. And when he left to start the firm, Griffin and Strong, it was because he wanted to make sure that, particularly in public contracting, that there were programs that were effective.
There are quite a few projects that we've worked on that were for supplier diversity that are highly recognizable, including the Mercedes-Benz Stadium right here in Atlanta, the World of Coca-Cola here in Atlanta, what is now called the FedEx Forum in Memphis, the Center for Civil and Human Rights here in Atlanta, and the College Football Hall of Fame.
Rodney's work is not just about contracts and compliance. It's about people, entrepreneurs who got their first chance, communities that grew stronger, institutions that stand taller because inclusion was part of the foundation.
He has a magnetic personality. So the people who are kind of in his orbit are both of his ilk. They're committed to community development and passionate about creating opportunity, but they are usually also passionate about him and who he is and what he represents.
Wherever we go, everyone knows Rodney K. Strong. Everyone knows him. He's always out there talking to organizations, talking to government officials, talking to anybody who will listen in this area. So, he's been out here making it plain for a really long time.
Rodney is a great businessman, but he's a great family man, a great father, and a great husband, and a wonderful friend.
I knew back in 1974, even though you have talked to me because I was a freshman, you was a junior, upperclassman, but I knew then that you were going to be the man.
You've always been a legend to me. And I'm so delighted that you're being recognized.
Thank you for all that you do for all of us entrepreneurs across the country.
So congratulations on this great honor.
I've been involved with GMSDC since I came back from law school in 1984. And so this means a lot to me. I sat on the board of GMSDC for a brief period. Every day I do my job, and to be honored for doing your job every day, a job that you love, you can't beat that. So thank you so much for everything.
Leadership, legacy, legend. Ladies and gentlemen, the GMSDC proudly salutes our 2025 Blue Legend Award honoree, Rodney K. Strong.